Please note that no AI, colorization or digital enhancement has been applied to my personal archive of original postcards, photographs, slides and negatives featured on this YouTube channel. This photograph, dating from around 1906, was taken from the junction of Oxford Street and Bridge Street in Kidderminster. In capturing this view, looking towards Worcester Cross and Comberton Hill, the photographer would have been stood outside the old Roebuck Inn, which had not long been improved by the Scottish-born former sailor Andrew Cochrane, who took over the pub in 1895, but died 5 years later. The buildings on the left up to Marlborough Street were lost to redevelopment. However, the premises further along on the corner, featuring the large bay windows, were still standing in the 21st century and occupied by Dixon's estate agents. Here the premises was the domain of the tobacconist Thomas Crisp, a man who also retailed fishing tackle. It cannot quite be seen here, but the large lettering at the top of the plasterwork said Spanish Arms. On the opposite side of Oxford Street, on the corner of New Road, a large painted wall sign can be seen for Maurice Smith, the pharmaceutical chemist and optician. He commuted into town from his house on Sutton Park Road. He made a packet retailing his own Helo cream, a cure for skin rashes and the like. The low-level buildings beyond his shop, mostly domestic but also featuring some small businesses, would later become the site of the ABC Cinema, formerly the Central Theatre. Beyond is the tall carpet factory on which a Dunelm store stands in the 21st century. The No.9 tram seen here was operating on the No. 2 route of the Kidderminster and Stourport Electric Tramway Company. This line between Bridge Street Junction went along Oxford Street and up the steepish Comberton Hill, and after crossing Chester Road North, the route finished at a terminus near Somerleyton Road. Freeman, Hardy and Willis already had a shop on the High Street at Kidderminster, but opened a second branch seen here on the junction of Oxford Street and Bridge Street, suggesting they had great confidence in the trade within this carpet town. I wonder how much stock was in the shop given the frontage was covered in footwear. It probably took the staff ages to put them out in the morning and bring them back at the close of trading. Note that the position of this shop meant that a canopy to protect the stock was not necessary, whereas the shops on the other side of Oxford Street had to roll out blinds to prevent deterioration or degradation of their goods or produce. Freeman, Hardy and Willis seemingly had a policy of trumping the pubs in terms of lanterns to light up the frontage of their premises. A painted wall sign proclaimed, "Quality unsurpassed, variety unapproached, value unequalled." This branch was opened around 30 years after the business was formed in Leicester in 1875. The trading name was indeed the names of the original directors, William Freeman, Arthur Hardy and Frederick Willis. Thanks for viewing and listening to my blurb. You can post your comments below, particularly if they will enhance the information for other viewers. You can also click on the subscribe button to receive a message when a new video is uploaded.